everybody. Well, it is currently 5:42 a.m. Got up at 4:30, came to my parents' house, picked up my rental car, got it loaded up, and now we are headed to Oklahoma. Got 17 and a half hours. Hopefully I-40, I can get through that. It says it's closed on certain sections. I'm going to go up towards Nashville, cross over into Memphis, cross Arkansas, down into Paris, Texas, and then back up into Oklahoma. But I will see you at some point along the way. Alright, well, we're fueled back up car, and I got some dirty fuel. We've got 11 hours and 52 minutes until we hit Tornado Valley Outfitters, but I think I'm going to stop a couple hours shy of that in Paris, Texas. Got to meet a buddy over there, pick up a steel target, and then I'll only have to drive like 2.5 hours tomorrow to get to Tornado Valley and start killing some pigs. Go ahead and drop your tips in the comments below. How y'all stay focused and alert on long drives by yourself?
Exit the parking lot.
I'm going to 12 hours or 17 hours by myself. It's a lot.
Freshness with daily use. Shop now for a limited time.
All right, we are officially in Paris, Texas after 15 hours of driving. The room is it's not nice. It kind of smells like cigarette smoke, and the old lady kind of waved at me like you know, kind of insinuating something outside. But I'm whooped, and when I close my eyes, it's not really going to matter. As long as there ain't bed bugs, we should be all right. But I definitely brought all of my crap inside because a little sketch around here, so don't want my stuff getting stolen. But I'm gonna get a shower and get in that bed that is hopefully decently clean, and then I got 2 hours to drive tomorrow. Yeah, well, I did learn that I do not envy the people that stay on the road, travel a bunch solo. This is my first night in a bed without my wife since I got married. I ain't a fan of it, but let's get a shower, get back on the doggone road. I just want to do a chicken biscuit. Just a biscuit's fine. I'm going to do an orange juice and a large water. Alrighty, I'm just going to sit in the shade and eat my Jesus chicken. Because then I got to drive about 30 minutes. I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Backtrack and go meet Nelson Cobb and pick up my life-size steel target. So I'm getting a steel hog target. So we might end up actually using that today when we are zeroing our rifles. That'd be kind of cool because we are hog hunting. Please don't spill, please don't spill. All right, let's talk about hotels real quick. I've now learned my lesson to actually look at the pictures of the place you're staying before you book. Don't just look at the reviews. That hotel was a crap hole. But I was on the road when I was booking it, and so I didn't really look at pictures. I just saw that it was by a Wyndham. And most of the time those are nice. And so I just went ahead and booked it. It had good reviews. But I'm pretty convinced that it was one of the hotels that people like actually live in, because there's like grills and stuff set outside the doors. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and eat my biscuit and then jump on the road, drive about 30 minutes to Clarksville, Texas, pick up my life-size hog from Nelson Cobb, and then we're taking off to Oklahoma. Alright, got the Shoot life-size steel hog picked up from Nelson Cobb. Huge shout out to him. Be sure to check out his Instagram page. Like I said, it is a Shoot life-size. You can probably hear that steel target rattling around back there. The thing is absolutely sick. You'll definitely be seeing that in a bit. I'm gonna say we're gonna pull it out and set it up, and we'll probably shoot it a little bit over the next 2 days. Like I said, Shoot life-size is phenomenal. I'll definitely be making my way back down here, if for nothing else other than to hunt with Nelson, and you know, see if we can get on some pigs with him as well. Alright, well, after a lot of driving, almost a full day's worth of driving, we landed at Tornado Valley Outfitters. Just got word the place is ours, so I'm gonna hop out and go check this place out. Go chill on the couch. They said some cold drinks are in the fridge, so I'm gonna go raid that. This place is pretty sick. Check this out, and these are awesome. Or I should say when, stay tuned for that this fall. Getting to waterfowl hunting, you know, that's really cool. All the hanging waterfowl. We got a super cool little living area in here, and then go in. Nice dining area for everybody. Kitchen, and then you just got all your bunks down here. So we got several bunk rooms. And then there's all my junk right there. But yeah, I mean, pretty impressed with this place. All right, so let's go ahead and break down kind of the chain of events that took place yesterday evening on into early this morning. So showed up at the lodge. This first one here, you know, we waited around, and then the fellas from Nocpix and IRA, they showed up. And after that, you know, we waited a little bit longer, and everybody else kind of followed suit. Once everybody got here, you know, we just kind of introduced ourselves, talked about what we'd done. And then after that, you know, we just kind of went on and we started getting our crap together, getting guns out, magazines loaded, optics mounted, because we are running these Rico 3s. I'm actually running the Rico 3 Pro, and it's been absolutely fantastic. So we got all our mags loaded up, all our guns put together, optics mounted, torqued down, and we headed straight to the range to get everything zeroed as the sun was going down so that we could hunt that evening. It came from the factory. You could film an open gate.
I get to be in a YouTube video, dude. Let's go.
Yeah.
That thing sounds phenomenal.
Thank you. I can.
That sounds really
It's
good.
pretty Waller.
Pockets that
here? You want to be in a video? You want to be in a YouTube video? But what is your name? Do the YouTuber handshake. This is the David Dobrik. Gage. Got it now. This is Gage.
I'm Gage.
He is. He's the operator overalls channel.
That's it.
That's it, right?
That's it.
That's it. Beautiful.
One word.
He's out here hunting with
YouTube
us.
and Instagram.
Yes.
All right, just to give you a little update, what's going on, what we're doing. Just got the rifles zeroed. Everybody's on, so if they miss, it's because they suck at shooting. A lot of different setups out here. Got my Kelbley. I'm shooting my Kelbley 308 with a brand new Nocpix on there. We're about to load up into the guide's trucks. Take off. Might get on pigs in 10 minutes. Might take an hour, but everybody's pretty confident we're gonna get on something tonight. I will be recording through the optic itself as well as some binos, and then I'm going to try to run this camera best I can. But I will just keep y'all up to date best I can. Like I said, we're about to jump in the trucks. We're going to go to probably 1, 2 a.m. I got several 100,000 acres to cover right here in Oklahoma. But like I said, everybody's confident we can get on some pigs, so we can give it our best shot, and we're about to draw a little bit of blood for sure. So we ate supper, jumped in the truck, and we had 2 vehicles, so we took off. And they've got tens of thousands of acres that they've got access to. Completely different than anything that I'm used to. So like I said, we had 2 trucks running around. It got western so fast. You know, we're running around on these private gravel roads, and like I said, tens of thousands of acres of pastures. So we're all scanning with thermals, you know, out the windows and stuff. We're not on county roads, not breaking any laws, on private property. You know, so we're just constantly riding around, you know, scanning through the thermals. And they told us, look, hey, we might get on them in 10 minutes. We might get on them in an hour, you know, but regardless, we're gonna get on some pigs. And big old bird up in this tree. So we rode around. It took us, it didn't take us long to get on some pigs. I was actually able to spot them with the thermal binos that I was running. But for whatever reason, they either heard us or smelled us, and they kind of took off. And so we backed out of there, didn't even try to pursue those. Got on, I think, another set, and same thing. You know, they saw us, smelled us, heard us, whatever. They took off. Couldn't get after them either. But, you know, about an hour or so of trying, you know, a couple different groups of pigs, we finally found some that was tied up in some cows. And so again, I spotted those, told them, hey, look, we got pigs off to the right. So we got out of the truck, and it didn't take long, you know, and we had all our crap, you know, rifles mounted on tripods, rounds in chambers, safety's on, and we're hot in pursuit. The guides, you know, kind of walked us up there. They got us on line, and I saw this one absolute tank of a pig. I could see his testicles hanging behind his legs. So I knew that, all right, this one's got to be a good one. So I got squared up on it. The other guys were kind of squared up on the other 3 that were off to the right of us. And, you know, they gave us the countdown, 3, 2, 1, silent 0. We all took the shots. Dropped mine, absolute tank of a pig. You know, I've never shot a pig with thermal. I've never shot a pig in general. So I wasn't super sure how big it was. Walked up on it, the thing was massive. Yeah. All right, guys, we just now put down what, dang, did you see that dust that came off? My very first hog with the Nocpix RICO 3. Has autofocus, 10 hours battery life, so I didn't have to worry about having to turn the optic on. That's been an issue in the past if I don't want to run the optic the whole time because I'm scared the battery's going to die and I won't be able to actually take my shot. This right here, as soon as we got out of the truck, went ahead and turned it on. Like I said, 10 hours battery life, didn't have to worry about that. Autofocus, didn't have to fumble with that. It was as simple as walking up, putting it on, and pressing the shot. The Kelbley 308, done a fantastic job. Dropped this, what'd y'all say? You said 700-pound pig? About there? Right there? Probably the Oklahoma state record, if not the nationwide record for wild hogs. But overall, super stoked. The optic performed great. Couldn't be happier. Now we've got to go on and get on the next one. I don't know that I'm going to top this one. This is a heck of a first pig, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. Y'all keep watching. Hopefully we put down about a dozen more of them.
I don't know, man.
Anytime that's what I think it is, I'll take 20 off.
Ooh, I was right on it. 270. Whoa. almost said 277. All right.
So we got everything loaded up and everything. Wasn't long after that, we took off down the gravel road, and I actually spotted another solo out in the pasture. Like I said, private property, private roads. So I jumped out of the truck, got up on the fence, sent around, smacked it, and you can actually hear the impact. We feel good about the shot. You know, the guy who was watching it, he said, yeah, that one's dead. He said, that's a real good place for that one to lay dead. So we left it in the pasture, didn't bother with it. It wasn't anywhere that was gonna mess up a tractor or anything like that. So we just left that one laying. So now I'm up to 2 kills right now. Keep on driving. We got on a couple other sets and just couldn't quite make it happen. A couple other solos that we were trying to get some of the other guys on. Like I said, just couldn't quite make it happen. And then wasn't too long. We were actually spotting some, and they just a little bit too far. You know, they were moving away from us. I don't think they saw us, heard us, or smelled us. Just naturally, they were moving away from us. Didn't really want to try to chase those. So we ended up kind of easing on down the gravel road. Came upon a good chunk of them. You know, there's probably a dozen of them or so, but a lot of smaller ones. Nothing real big. Right there in a cattle feeding trough. Like I said, we had a bunch of guns on the line. We're all lined up, you know, 3, 2, 1, 0, pie-out. We kind of let loose on them right there. Most of us, you know, dropped the first ones, and then it was, you know, aiming at the ones that were running. I actually ran out of ammo on that one. I had an empty mag, didn't have an extra mag in my pocket. Talking about the Rico 3 Pro, it's absolutely phenomenal. This is my first experience with Nocpix, so I'm super grateful and super blessed to actually be out here in Oklahoma on a guided Nocpix hunt. It's fantastic accommodations, fantastic people. I will say that the guys at Nocpix, they're the real deal. They're legit. Even all the guys right here at Tornado Valley Outfitters, they're running these Nocpix optics, and that says a lot because they're running about every night of the year after pigs, doing guiding services. And these things hold up great. Like I said, super pleased with it. What's huge on this optic is the autofocus. So I've never had a thermal with autofocus because you've never had a thermal with autofocus because this is the first of its kind, first one on the market. The reason that is so huge is, you know, say with pigs, generally you're not super rushed on that first shot. You're gonna have some time to get on it. And so, you know, you can kind of set your focus, but out here, you know, like Oklahoma, you know, you can have a 1,000-yard shot. Really, you know, not a problem. I wouldn't take a 1,000-yard shot on a pig. It's just not what I'm gonna do. But when those pigs take off running, you don't have to worry about fiddling with your focus and trying to track them with your focus. You don't have to manually focus this. Same thing with a camera, you know, trying to shoot like a car or something like that. It's a lot easier to do that with autofocus rather than trying to track it with the manual focus. And so, same thing with this right here. You know, this is a digital electronic optic. So having that autofocus is a huge benefit to this because when those pigs did start running, I didn't have to think about it. Regardless if it was at 100 yards, if it was at 40 yards, if it was at 250 yards, the optic just snaps on. The way that it works is actually reading off of the rangefinder, and then it's kind of calculating based off of how far it is where that focus should be, and it snaps on. I mean, it snaps on quick, not a problem at all. And then with 10 hours battery life, I had this thing running all night long, never really turned it off unless, you know, we was making a long haul from one property to the next and I knew we weren't gonna be shooting. Other than that, left the thing on, didn't have to fiddle with it. It was the smoothest experience that I've ever had with a thermal because of those two reasons. It's a 640 resolution. It works great. The eye relief on it is really generous. So I decided to put it on a bolt gun. I like shooting bolt guns. I specifically like shooting this Kelbley Prometheus Action. It does great, and I've taken a lot of game with it. Shot, you know, out to 1,000 yards with it, hundreds and hundreds of times. It's just, this is kind of like my rifle. So they said, you know, the eye relief on it is really solid. So I threw it on this, and so that's, you know, that was great. It's not like industry leading or anything like that, really good eye relief. Those two main focuses is going to be that 10-hour battery life and the autofocus. Like I said, just makes for a really pleasant experience. You don't have to mess with it. Mounted on it, zeroed it, we jumped in the truck, take off hunting. I turned it on and didn't think about it. When I would get out of the truck, so like that shot that was off the fence, you know, at that solo bore, I was able to just pull it out, step out of the truck, chamber around, get up on the fence, take the shot, you know, eject the spent case and drop the mag and jump right back in the truck. Wasn't a problem whatsoever. Didn't have to worry about, like I said, didn't have to worry about turning it on and off and wondering, is my battery going to die and how long are we going to be out here, and I need to conserve battery and I need to take spare batteries. None of that's going to last you all night long. We've got it charged up now, so we're about to go out on another hunt. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update how yesterday went, and then how the thermal optic performed. Rifle performed great. I will say, just a quick little caveat, these folding chassis from XLR, huge player, especially when working in and out of vehicles like we were. It's dark, it's crowded. I had camera gear, had my rifle, tripod, that kind of stuff, backpack, magazines, ammo. I was in the back seat with two other dudes, had the same thing, cameras, backpacks, guns. Being able to fold that stock and run that thing and just kind of set it between my legs made a huge difference. So I'm definitely a proponent of that. With that being said, we're about to jump back in the truck. We're gonna take off. We got a little bit of a drive to do. We're gonna go after some more pigs. I doubt that I'm gonna do a closing out portion of this video because we're gonna get back tonight. I'm gonna get a shower, get into bed, and then I've got an 18-hour drive back home that I've got to pull off. So, with that being said, I appreciate you watching. I think that's all I have for you, and I will catch you on the next one. But keep watching, because you're gonna get to watch some more action out in the field, chasing some Oklahoma pigs.
Very quiet.
Wabbit. So, big gulps, huh? Do they got big gulps in it?
Dude,
really
hey, you should walk in there and buy something with that on, and have him behind you.
Thing like, nope. I got that Android
You got an Android?
Google Wallet thing. I don't know. I never used my phone to page. Bring my wallet. I literally looked at it and was, I don't need this. Set it down.
Oh, I didn't know he was down there. I thought he was still in the store. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Where is he?
I was like, man, I feel like the heat's on.
Oh.
I can feel it.